Wow, we got the music on. Welcome. This is the 5th episode of Deaf Woke. From our inception in August, we are now in our 5th episode of 2020. I'm really excited today for all of you to be joining in. Looking forward to our topic today. A lot of people are focused on the election, thinking about who's going to win. But to be honest, I'm not worried. And I hope that you all did actually vote. And that's really the most important part, right? Cast your vote. You did your part. It means whatever the outcome is, you exercised your right to vote and support who you wanted to support. I'm really happy to see the movement that has gone on thus far. It's something that we've never seen before. Deaf Woke. I am your host, Antoine Hunter, also known as PurpleFireCrow. As you guys watch, I really want you to be able to utilize all accessibility options. These here are our caption options from HowlRound's website. It's all live streamed. So if you would like to utilize the captions, feel free to access that link. They're going to be typing away because it's going to be an awesome episode. And again, if you want to utilize captions, go ahead and click that link. Everyone has their own personal preferences, obviously, with regards to accessibility. But if you do want to utilize the captions, go to howlround.com/happening/live streaming -conversation-Antoine me -Hunter Presents Deaf Woke Deaf Lens Media. We'll also put it in the chat box if you're on Facebook or Twitter. Okay. I'm going to ask my interpreters to show up on screen so we can see who they are. I thought I had 2 interpreters. Where was the other one? All right. Hi, interpreters. So we have Jay and we have Amber today. What's your name sign, Amber? A with a snap. There we go. Amber, okay. And Jay, just fingerspell his name. That's his name sign. All right, well, thank you both. So we'll say bye-bye to you two for now. Really great people, great interpreters. So now we have invited Deaf Lens Media founder.
Hands, let me see your hands. Hands, let me see your hands.
Wow. So now, without further ado, this video was made by Deaf Media Lens. Deaf Lens Media, Theodore, I prefer to call him Teddy. When I asked him to come on over to Deaf Woke, let's go ahead and introduce you now.
What's up?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Your full name, Theodore. I respect that. I respect that. Theodore Dorsette the third.
Yep, the third.
Okay. So now your business, when did you start your business?
Really, it just, the inception of our business was 2019. And, we just put it together, and there was about 4 of us, 4 of my friends, deaf, hard of hearing, diverse group that just came together. And we wanted to have something of our own. And so we developed something together, make some good content that we can, share with all types of people with the same passions, ideas, motivations. So why not partner with the people that we partnered with and develop this company? Some other organizations don't have the right content for accessibility, the right resources. So it was nice that we were able to, team up together and put this out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, what were you saying?
Well, so I would like to add, our team is creative. We want to make sure that we're all in inclusion and accessibility, and that's what's salient for our organization.
Yes. So you've been able to take advantage of being involved in various
Yes and no. Workplaces, organizations that are predominantly hearing. So for accessibility, it is extremely limited. You need a cart or an interpreter, and you're always kind of imploring for that. And so, for me, I wanted a challenge. I wanted a challenge that I faced. I wanted to work with people who were in business of inclusion, who already were able to have that accessibility to communication. So our team founded our company. It's really about perspective, representation. Often we see big companies that are predominantly white, hearing, affluent. So for me, where's the BIPOC individuals? Where's the Black deaf? Where's our Spanish? Where's all individuals in these different fields? The film. So that's the reason that, we have an extremely diverse team: deaf, hearing, Black, white, men, women, LGBTQ. We got them all.
Mm.
So it's a really amazing team, and that's very difficult to find.
Yeah, so my question for you then would be, where did you study? I mean, was it stuff that you just learned in high school? You just started working straight from there, or where did you get your start?
Well, I've always had a kind of a skill from a young age with camera work. My father always gave me a camera to go take pictures, and as a young buck, I was just out there taking photos and just really enjoying it. And then, that started becoming part of my DNA. And then my father in high school, while I was in high school, he was involved in all kinds of things related to film. And I just got exposed to that. And so my father was a key into accessing film, media, and really developed that passion for me. It's a lot of it's self-taught, editing, edification, increasing in the ability of that skill of filming. What's funny is that actually I started out with a plan of becoming a doctor, but I wasn't going to be able to go to film school. So then, you know, my first goal idea was to become a doctor.
At the University of Michigan?
Yeah, at the University of Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's kind of where I started. And then I took a film class, and that film class reignited that joy. And I realized that, you know, this was going to be a class that I was really going to just enjoy. And I started kind of acknowledging that there weren't as many Black films, deaf films for that matter. And then, and while that search, it just kind of, you know, it didn't sit well with me. You know, I wanted to have that priority of stories that represent me. You know, my motivation came from my deaf family. Yeah, so
okay.
6-year generation.
Wow.
And my grandmother just was a strong preacher of our history. And she found a way to document that of our history. And so and that kind of was the seed, indeed, to my desire to transition into film.
Wow. So in looking at that short clip, I saw that you're not always just behind the camera, right? You act as well. You remember Spike Lee? He was in front of the camera too. He flip-flop. He was behind and in front of it. So seeing that film with the police officer getting pulled over, I mean, everyone needs to be in a space where they have a voice so that they can get content out there that is actually understood by others. I mean, you're BIPOC and you getting other BIPOC involved. I mean, being in this industry can be really expensive. Providing accessibility can be a difficult thing, but seems like you have a wonderful team. I personally have experience working with you. I don't know what's going on with my hand today, but
Sure.
Really, me having worked with you was a wonderful experience. That festival, we had access to international signing. We had interpreters. We had 3 cameras in one show, right? Yeah. That team was amazing, man. That my experience was a 10 out of 10 for your team. Absolutely. And I just want people to know that your team was awesome.
Bay Area International Lift Dance Festival.
How the Bay Area Dance Film Festival, how that actually happened. How did you feel when I asked you and your team to be involved in my vision in recording and being a part of the Bay Area Dance Festival? I want to know your perspective on that.
Of course.
Because I said I needed, we needed BAL, we needed international sign, we needed captioners, we needed all sorts of different things for accessibility, but you took on that challenge and you weren't afraid. You were ready to go. So I want to know from your perspective, why was that?
I mean, that's what's very special about our team. We have no fear in confronting challenges. Because my father always taught me, if there is a way, then there's always a way. So if there's a block, a struggle, and then take a moment, think, figure it out. How can I make it happen? And that's what I do all the time. You know, I got to think outside the box. You know, I can't restrict myself, right? I don't believe in the word can't. I believe in the word can. And so with all the ideas and creativity, design, discussion, trying this, trying that, we figured out it works. I always take the challenge head on. I don't resist. So it's amazing to have that special team, a supporting cast.
Yeah, I think that's great that you have a team that really is able to do that, because some people One moment for the interpreter.
Sorry that the
Oh,
Mervin,
Mervin was supposed to come on board, but he wasn't able to make it.
Mervin, yeah, Mervin's my best friend. We just get it. We share the same passion. We both want to see. We want to see more recognition for our BIPOC community. We want to see creative performances. We want to see more. We just get it. You know, our souls connect. We got a background in film, editing, acting. With his background in acting, dance, and art, you know, the combination of all this is explosive. So it's really a unique relationship. And so it's amazing that, you know, we're having more and more team members join us.
How many people do you have on your team right now?
Well, we're all team members. So there's about 5 altogether.
Wow. Wow. That's wonderful. Because when I started, it was just me. Yeah. So, wow, that's good. And you just started last year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Well, really, the idea was 2 years ago. Right. So that's where discussions happen. We try to put it together, and then we actually established it last year.
Nice. So it was get on your mark, get set, go. You were ready for, you know, thinking about it for a year, and then you took off. So that's great. So the fact you already have deaf family, making things accessible, how do you feel with regards to marketing? How can marketing do a better job at accessibility? I mean, right now with COVID, it's extremely essential right now to have accessibility. So what is your perspective on that?
You know, really, it's 2020. It should be a top priority.
Yes.
Accessibility.
Yes.
It's 2020. I mean, come on, man. It's 2020.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we should be in the year of accessibility. But what does accessibility mean? It means good PR, people relations, good information, making sure things reach everyone, outreach. You know, getting more clients, more funding, more opportunity for people to join organizations, different fields, to pull people into certain. It's just about inclusion, especially for individuals with different disabilities, deaf, hard of hearing, deaf blind, low vision. I mean, it's imperative that we have this inclusion. You know, we work with different businesses and organizations that we make sure that they have the right tools, the right content for being accessible. You know, whether it's a promotion, whether it's including deaf, a disabled person, instead of putting somebody in there to fake us. No, have somebody that's authentic, an authentic deaf actor, or authentic somebody who identifies with that community that a film is representing. You know, make sure that we have captioning. I mean, it's 2020, man. It's time. Come on. It's time.
It is time. I like that. I like that. Let's get it going. So I saw you said that you work with blind and different people with various different disabilities. Do you work with people who can hear as well?
Yeah.
And that's been fine working with them? That's really cool. Typically deaf want to only work with deaf, you know, but you guys branch out to all. That's great. Next, I wanted to ask you, what is the biggest challenge that you face as an artist and a professional?
The biggest challenge, maybe for most artists is, you know, funding. You know, how do we fund our creative work? You know, that's always the biggest challenge. I mean, it impacts both deaf and hearing communities of all sorts. So, and another challenge is not just the funding, but getting enough funding for our disabilities individual to have
Right.
individuals
Absolutely.
that those communities, and people are seeking and beseeching those type of funds. You know, and so if you don't meet the right people, it seems like you're limited on your ability to find funding.
Yeah, it definitely sucks.
So we need more opportunity for funding to support creative work. So that's where the challenge lies.
Wow. But you're making it happen. I mean, you are making it happen with all your different projects, you being out there in the community, pulling people together. Sometimes it's not always about the money. It's about our heart and what we're doing to make sure we're keeping our voice heard in the community. And man, you are doing it. Some people are really obsessed with money, right? And I get it. You know, it's a business. You got to run a business, right? But you got to eat, as they say. But sometimes things will work out. You know, you work out a deal and you're able to thrive from that. So that's great. What advice would you give for people who in the BIPOC community who, like you said, they're like, come on, man, it's 2020. Let's hurry this up. Maybe they're tuning in today. What would be your advice for them?
Think ahead. Think ahead. It's really critical we think about accessibility. What does it look like to you? What does it look like for most people who identify and have a disability? So we got to think and be proactive. Because if we're not producing content or flyers or designing websites that aren't accessible, then we need to go back and be able to fix that. So, and if you've already set that up, it's going to cost more time and more money to fix that. So, and you can contact us. Don't worry about it. We can help you. So that's why we got to be proactive in our thoughts and prioritize individuals with disabilities. Because especially now with 2020, 2021, with social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of the social medias, you know, it's just like right now, live streams. There's so many different ways of information that isn't accessible for those individuals with low vision. So what I really, you know, again, implore everyone to do is be proactive in your thoughts. Understand, you know, the resources resources you're providing, the content that you're producing. And so that's my
Think
advice.
ahead. Think ahead. That's perfect. That's great advice because there's no one size fits all, right? You have to really evaluate and see what you have to make sure that you can make it happen for a variety of people. Let's see. If you had the opportunity to start over or start again, what profession would you be in?
If I had the opportunity to start all over, I'd decide to do it exactly the same. I love film. It's my passion. I would definitely do it again for sure. It's been an incredible journey, an amazing experience. Meeting mentors, deaf, hearing, working with deaf film makers, actors, hearing deafening. Just, it's definitely, I've been privileged.
What was your greatest project? Since you were just talking about that passion, what was one of the best projects that you've worked on thus far? I mean, I know you love probably so many, but is there one that you're just like, man, that was it, that touched me?
Maybe if I was forced to say, you know, my experience traveling, documentaries, the documentaries I did for the National Association for the Deaf, That work was incredible.
Mm.
You know, because that really fueled my passion of people that I've wanted to meet about the deaf and hard of hearing, blind, and individuals in this career. You know, I never thought a person can become a funeral director, a doctor, a business owner, you know, a filmmaker. So my experience of traveling and meeting these incredible people has just been an enlightening experience in my filming career.
Wow, yeah. You're an actor, a filmmaker, an editor. I mean, if there's, you're just a problem solver, basically. I support your organization 100%. I mean, what would you say, what, 5, 10, 20 years from now, where do you see yourself? You want to have 25 staff members on your team? You want to have your own foundation? What do you see for yourself? DC, have a branch in DC, a branch in Cali. What do you think?
You know, all I want is to see more and more and more BIPOC. I can't see more. I want to see the development. I want to see that support. I want to see more deaf actors, deaf filmmakers, deaf editors, deaf designers, comedians, artists of all sorts. So that's what I would love to see. I would love to see us just take complete hold of this entire industry and have a strong representation. And I want to see more films produced by the BIPOC individuals, especially that of the deaf world, our deaf culture, deaf experience. I want to see more of that in 5 or 10 years in the film industry. So hopefully my work will be there and alive and thriving in 20.
That's what I want to hear. I mean, so I want you to clarify.
You know,
A lot of people are shocked.
what you do with that real media.
What exactly? They're shocked to really understand that you do so much with DeafBlind's media. What else do you do? You make commercials? Do you make movies, films? You do weddings? I mean, what else am I missing? Because you seems like you do it all, right?
Anything. Producer. I mean.
Okay, producer. Okay.
I mean, you name it, I can do it. You know, it's all about getting the right people and having those ideas, brainstorming that vision, and how do we make X, Y, and Z work?
Mm-hmm.
And then making that discussion and making it come to reality.
That's beautiful. That is so great. Okay, so I typically do this for all people on my episodes. We're going to do a short game. It's called Name Those People. All right, so you ready?
You can do it.
You can do it. You got it.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
It's a really simple game. It's just name the people. You'll see the picture.
Try my best.
Okay. Come on, this one's easy.
My man. Denzel Washington.
There we go. Yes. Yes. Denzel
Actor,
Washington.
director, producer, Emmy Award winning. I mean, you name it.
Yes.
Oh, the Queen, Queen Brian. When I first started my journey, I found her. And I found what she did. And she just kind of lit a fuse in me. Ooh,
Who we got here?
He looks familiar. I met him last. Met him last year. Yeah, right.
Michael Agin. He's deaf. He's a disabilities advocate. That brother ran a marathon, like a 15K, and he runs all the time, 8K. He is a consultant for the deaf. He's been a really strong advocate. He's a huge Star Wars fan. And he also has a TEDx where he's talking about being from Compton. So, and he's in your field, man. He's in your field.
Yep, he was in NBDA film. Yeah.
Who's this?
I should know this. It's like Walking Dead. I think she's in the Walking Dead.
Yes, that's it.
Lauren. Yes.
Lauren Ridloff. Yes, she is another deaf actress. Go ahead.
She's an amazing actress.
Fantastic. She has such a big heart too. She's so sweet. Love her energy. A lot of people didn't know she was on Broadway either, but yeah. Children of a Lesser God, she was on Broadway for that. Now this one.
Is it Denise? She's a dancer. I know she's a dancer, actress.
Yeah.
Denise?
Close. Debbie.
Oh, Debbie. Yes, Debbie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I apologize. Sorry, Debbie. Yeah, she's cool.
I'm sure you know her old film fame. Grey's Anatomy. This one's a tough one. Figured I'd throw a hard one in there.
I remember watching this specific film with him in it, with my father. I can't.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. He's in Bruce Lee films.
Right. He's like the Black Bruce Lee.
Yeah, that's what he's called. Black Bruce Lee. Jay Kelly.
Yeah.
Yes. Incredible actor, incredible teacher of martial arts. He recently passed away, I want to say probably 2013, I believe. But I have so much respect for him, for all the work that he did for the community. Into the Dragon, he was bad.
Michelle Banks. Ooh, actress.
Yes. Who is that?
The exceptional actress. She was involved in a film called Soul Food. Yeah, I remember.
Oh, you went.
Yeah,
you worked with her.
Yeah. She's just a beautiful, beautiful soul. Come on, Serena Williams, my sister.
Okay. I'm gonna let you know. You're right. Serena Williams. I think she's won 24 Grand Slams. Last time it was 20. I'm pretty sure it's 24 now, but she's incredible. I think she lives in the Bay Area in San Francisco, but she is awesome to watch. So powerful. Her and her sister, both are just incredible role models. Yeah. She's great. You're smart, man. You got a winning streak. You did pretty good. I'll give you 100.
It's important. I mean, you got to know the Black history.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try not to keep you. I know you're a busy man.
Teddy.
So now we're at our segment of Ask Teddy Anything.
Call you the next time, Teddy.
This is your sign name, right, Teddy? Okay. Okay.
Did that. So people now.
So now our audience members, this is your chance to go ahead and ask questions, write them in the comments, and we will take them.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah. What's the biggest challenge with financing? Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I can answer. You know, the things I love doing is working with creative artists of different art. You know, collaborating also means funding our work with each other, and not somebody who just takes from our community. You know, that involves marketing as well. So when you only market to people within your network, that means that's the individuals who you are kind of, those individuals are likely to be caged in that, and then that's where all the money is funded. So that's why I really want to be able to cross these boundaries and breaking down these obstacles.
Wow. Okay, so this is our next question. It's a pretty long one. Since COVID-19 is going to be around for a while, I know that the pandemic, it went down. Okay. So let me see. So since COVID, a lot of businesses have slowed down. Has your business slowed down, or what have you guys been doing amidst the pandemic?
Again, collaborate and work. You know, we're here to work together as a community. That's one way we get through this together. If you notice, many businesses are just funding entities and flooding the communities with money and donations. You know, with our organizations, we offer volunteer work. We're willing to do that. We're helping businesses try to, you know, persevere on, you know, maintain. Because we know that if we're willing to offer our time now, it'll pay off later.
Right.
You know, that can be through marketing. You know, when that time comes, when you think of that person who is there to be there by your side during you know, a hardship, they're going to think of us. So, you know, it's also about paying things forward. You know, the community who's given to us is our responsibility to give back to the community. You know, that's why our business is small. You know, we have a strong but mighty community.
Okay, our next question. Your father's been a huge influence on you, absolutely. Has there been others that you look up to? You just mentioned Jade, but is there anyone else?
I mean, there's hearing filmmakers, Spike Lee, Denzel Washington.
Hold on, let me go back 1 second.
Many. Go ahead.
So you said Spike Lee, Denzel Washington. They are so different, but why Spike Lee?
He's, you know, he's not producing content that is popular. He's making films that cause an impact.
Mm-hmm.
know, he's using his films to tell a story, to demand action, to initiate thought. You know, he's not making the same kind of dry, redundant films. No, I totally respect what he's doing. He's a pioneer. You know, his dedication, his unwavering to his desires. And so the way he produces is the way is what has inspired me. And he makes it with little money to no money. So yeah, Spike Lee is one of my inspirations.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that point. Work with people in your community to keep things going. People kind of flip flop and they want to work with a bunch of different people, but keep it in the family. I like that. So our next question, was your father in the movie, in that movie with James Kelly? I think what you were saying is that you watched the movies with your father, right?
Yeah, I watched that with my father, yes.
Okay. Okay, this is another question. Is there social media that we can follow your page to support? Maybe an Instagram handle?
I'll go to social media to follow you on Facebook.
You have any Facebook, Instagram, social media accounts?
Yeah, right now we got Facebook, Instagram.
Okay, what's your Instagram handle so that the folks out there can know?
Deaf, DEF, Lens Media. It's our company name.
Okay. Okay, this is the next question. You mentioned that you hope to see more deaf representation in film. Have you watched Deaf U? What are your thoughts or critiques on that production? Take it away.
Oh man, people really trying to put me on the spot. You know, honestly, I haven't really watched it. You know, like I said, I'm a person who believes in the appropriate representation, the appropriate stories, authentic, being the authenticity of stories. You know, that's what's important to me. And that's what's valuable and worthy of my time to watch. And that's the type of work that I support. So Deaf U is awesome that it exposes, you know, the deaf community. But, you know, I don't have too much opinion on that show until I watch it. And then once I watch it, I can give you a personal opinion. But as of right now, what I really want to see is real deaf stories. That's my perspective.
Mm-hmm. One thing I've heard a lot of people say is, where's Black deaf women? I've heard a lot of feedback on that. Why aren't they on the screens, right? And that's actually really important and parallels what you're saying, that it's not really giving an authentic representation of our community. So, especially our Black deaf community, right? We have a lot of beautiful things that seem to be missing. So, your approach, obviously, in making films and your film work is to show that authenticity in your work, and that's awesome. I like that.
You know, drama is, I mean, it's okay. It's just not my type of thing. It's not my type of thing. Being honest.
You sound like you're Denzel, you're Spike already in how you're approaching your work. So I like that. Let's see the next question. What does your shirt say? Ha! Count every vote.
Count every vote.
And I think they're still counting, huh? I think they still out there counting. I want to respect and I want people out there to know this man is busy. He is so busy. He's keeping other people busy by providing work. Your organization is awesome. DeafBlind Media. I'm encouraging all of you out there, please take a look at it, www.deafblindsmedia.com. Teddy is the man. He's a genius. He is a real genius. And not only that, but his heart. He has a heart for the community. You probably noticed he was kind of looking at his phone a little bit. He's a busy man. He's a busy man. I've seen him involved in so many different projects. He's worked with us. And I just want to say thank you so much, Teddy, for coming and joining us today on #DeafWoke. If I had a hat, I would tip it off to you 100% because you are doing the work. We don't see enough of it. We don't see enough people actually doing what you're doing.
You know, my brother, I mean, I got to give a lot of respect to you as well. Your work speaks a lot for itself. You know, we want to see more and more people doing this type of work. You know, keep up with us. You know, keep it up. And, thank you for having me. Thank you.
No, yeah. I mean, I see that DeafWoke, I felt like you had to be a part of this, just to be able to showcase your dreams and what you're doing out in the community. We have one more question or comment here. It's refreshing to see artists who are willing to make the sacrifice to tell the untold story, i.e. the story providing opportunities for underserved communities, even at the expense of the money that could be made if they took the popular route. Best wishes. So I think that
yes,
we can end with that comment. I mean, that wrapped it up nicely. Teddy, my brother, do you have any last things you want to share, comments out there you want to let the people know about?
Definitely continue supporting our Black deaf artists, Black deaf community. We need more authentic stories. Youth, that our youth are our future. We need them. Support them. Get them involved. We have no chance but to rely on them.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will let you go. Virtual hugs all day, my brother. And keep it real. Peace.
Peace.
Wow. Oh, this comment here. Thanks, Teddy, for being you. Yes, yes. That was just great. That was really, really great. It's great to see him, chat with him. Happy my brother got to show up today. Again, check out his website, www.deafblindsmedia.com. His website is extremely efficient. It's very clear on what they offer, and you can get a better understanding of what it is that they actually do and what services they provide and how you can maybe even possibly use them. Because I know some people, their websites are really confusing, but his website is really, really easy. And it's easy to set up appointments with him. His assistant is incredible, at least from my personal experience. I trust DeafBlind Media 100%. Amazing, amazing company. All right, so for my final thought, I just want to thank everyone who came today. Appreciate your support. HowlRound Theater Commons, thank you. For our captioning, thank you, thank you. This link here can take you to their website and you can learn more about their theater productions. Appreciate them being involved. Thank you, John. Thank you, Thea or Tia. Urban Jazz Dance Company. It's been a sponsor and a supporter for a long time. So thank you very much. Who else do we have? And thank you to you guys. Thank you to the International Association of Blacks in Dance. Thank you to Drop Labs. They've been a sponsor of ours. They make vibrating shoes. It's really, really cool shoes. They are pretty awesome shoes. Thank you for your sponsorship. I just want to make sure I got everybody. Let me just double check. Yeah, we couldn't be here if it wasn't for them. DLM. DeafBlind Media. I want you all to know this weekend is going to be awesome. It's going to be an awesome week. We have another event coming up. Let me cue that up so you guys can take a look. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to show you. Let me see where it is. This right here, 2020 Sign Language Music and Dance Conference. We have several musicians. We have several people involved in the conference. It's November 6th and 7th. It's going to be an extremely cool event. Please, please, please come join. It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. It is tomorrow and Saturday. So Friday and Saturday. This conference is going to have amazing speakers. It's going to be starting in the morning all the way to the evening. So it's going to be some great information. So just to give you an outline of it, in the morning, we're going to have the conference. In the evening, we're going to have actual performances, two that same day. So it's really exciting. Once the conference is done with the speakers, you will be able to see the performances in the evening, which I'm sure you all will absolutely enjoy. Who's going to be there? Harold Fox. He's going to be our keynote. That brother right there is awesome. He's an incredible speaker, and he'll be there both days, Friday and Saturday. So you don't want to miss his presentations or keynote speech.
Freddie, Brandy Mims.
And then Teddy will also be here as well.
Danny.
Our second day, Danny. And then Mervin will be joining us on Saturday as well. Samantha. Ashley. So yeah, we have a really great lineup for our conference. We really want to welcome all of you to join. All of the events are free. All of the events are free. I'm doing this for you guys. I believe in our community, and I believe that our community deserves this. So we need this right now, especially right now. I need it. It's going to be so much fun. So please join us.
Counterpulse.
Counterpulse.
Thank you for Yantern.
Yintern will also be facilitating communication. Thank you for the various organizations that are going to be helping.
He's from Mazzeria Pizza.
Mazzeria Pizza. We will have captions as well. We'll have sign language interpreters. So it's accessible for both those who are deaf and hearing. And DeafBlind as well, it would be accessible for them as well. We'll have audio descriptions on Saturday, along with both the captioning and the interpreters. Again, the event is free. Someone just wrote a message, so exciting. Great, so this here is the information. This is the link, realurbanjazzdance.com. If you're confused about how to access it, again, just go ahead and look at the website. Even though the event is free, you can still donate here at www.realurbanjazzdance.com. And yeah, today's discussion with Teddy was really nice, learning about his business and how
to set up a platform for other individuals just like this.
Thank you all so much for watching this evening. I'm trying to think my final thought. Everyone has dreams, and those dreams can change. Like Teddy said, he thought that he was going to become a doctor and later realized, no, I've been holding a camera all my life. That's the path that I want to take. It was right under his nose. And he's been able to give that passion to the community and that work to the community without limiting himself and really doing the work. That really is what Deaf Woke is all about. Waking up and being able to take a look at yourself and really, really listening to what it's saying. Sometimes your soul maybe already knows, but your mind is trying to figure it out. It's something that you can't see, it's something you can't hear, something you can't smell, but it's already there. Your soul has already caught on to that. Your intuition has already echoed what it is you should be doing. So hold on to that spirit. Some people feel like they don't know where to go, but take time for yourself to listen and learn who you really are. That's my final thought for this evening. Like I've said in other shows, it doesn't matter if you're hearing. Just because you can hear, that doesn't mean that you know how to listen, right? All right. I think I got someone. Having a comment about donating, or yeah, you can donate again at the website down here. This was the question. Yeah, just access the website www.realurbanjazzdance.com for any donations. And I think that's all. That's all for tonight. I hope you all had fun. Did you have fun? All right, do this with me if you had fun. Let's clap together. Thank you so much, interpreters.
HowlRound.
Thank you, HowlRound. Thank you, Urban Jazz Dance Company, for your sponsorship and support. And thank you so much, you viewers. #DeafWoke. Peace.